Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elle and today I'm gonna be ranking all of my face palettes. I have a total of 16 face palettes. Some of them are all bronzers, some of them are all blushes, some of them are all highlighters, and a good few of them are a mix of one or two of those, or three, or you know. So 16 palettes, which holds 3 or more pans of products. So I have not included my duos in here. So yeah, let's start off with number 16, and that is the Icon Beauty Bronzer Contour Blush palette. This is what the palette looks like itself. This is just the packaging, and this is the palette in itself. We have the contour, the bronzer, and the blush. I'm not drawn to this whatsoever. The colors aren't the best, and the formula isn't one of my favorites, so that is the reason I am putting this at number 16. I would not repurchase this when I finish it or declutter it, or I don't know, but this, if I were to do a face palette declutter, this one and the next one are the two that would go. So that's number 16. Number 15 are the very shiny packaging. It's the Revolution, I think it's called the Incandescent highlighter palette. I'm not sure. Looks like this, and the reason for this being at number 15 is that I can only use 2 of the 4 shades. It is quite similar to the palette I have in spot number 3, but I prefer that formula a little bit more than this one. So yeah, you can tell I'm using this one and this one right here. I can use this gold one if I mix it with the white one, so I can use 3 of them, but the formula is so stiff and dry, and it's yeah, no, it's just so dry and not worth it in my opinion. Number 14, we have the NYX Sweet Cheeks Blush Palette. This was really hyped up a few years back when it first came out. The palette is pretty, yes. Do I reach for it? No. Again, I have a blush palette in here that I do prefer over this one, and yeah, I don't know, the colors are nice, I just don't know why I'm not reaching for it. So you have every single colored blush you would need in this one, so I don't know, it's an okay palette. It's not my favorite formula. The colors are nice, you just have to build them up a little bit. Then we have number 13, and that is the Revolution Pro HD Cream Contour Palette. I don't know. this is maybe one of my least used face palettes, but I'm struggling to get the lighter shades to work for me. And yeah, these are just a little bit harder to blend out, and that is mostly why it's so low in the ranking, because a cream bronzer shouldn't be difficult to blend out, in my opinion. I won't it's no fun to use 5 minutes on the cream bronzer or cream contour. So yeah, the colors are nice, and the palette it's nice by itself, but the formula could be better. So those are actually maybe the 4 I could get rid of in my collection. So then we have number 12, and that is my Beauty Act Iconic Contour Kit. This being ranked this low is just because of the colors. I, by mistake, bought the wrong shade. I bought the medium dark instead of the light medium. So yeah, I absolutely love this shade right here, and I can use this one, or is it this one? No, this one. I love this one, and I can use this one. This is too dark, and I don't use yellow powders on myself. So yeah, the formula is stunning. I absolutely love this palette. So if I had the right shade, then it would be much higher than it is now. So yeah, and it's heavy. It's a heavy packaging. Number 11, we have the Smashbox Halo Cheek Palette. This, oh, the packaging is, yeah. You have your 2 putty blushes, and then you have 2 highlighters. The reason for this being so low is that I can only use these 2 highlighters in summertime and these 2 in the winter time. So it's just stupid to bring out a palette to just get some use out of 2 shades every, like, the 3 months in the winter time and the 3 months in the summertime. And it's, yeah, it's just a struggle. I do love the formula of the putty blushes. They do need a little bit building up, but I don't mind a buildable blush. So yeah, that's number 11. Number 10, we are going back to Beauty Act, and this time it's their summer, oh my god, what is that word? My head is just blank. This was their summer launch. They had this one and a palette and some brushes and stuff, but this is called the Iconic Summer Kit. You have 1 highlighter, 2 baked blushes, and 1 bronzer. So this is just the perfect go-to palette. Again, for me, this is more of a summer and fall palette, so I can use it 6 to 8 months out of the year, and that's why this is at number 10. But yeah, I absolutely love these, and the blushers are gorgeous. The highlighter are a bit too dark for me in the winter and spring, so I do need a self-tan or go really light-handed in, but I do like my glow, so yeah. But if you haven't tried Beauty Act, I know we can only get it here in Scandinavia, and go try them out because they are really good. Number 9, we have my ABH Glow Kit, the Sugar Glow Kit, and it looks like this. I have 2 pans in here, one in this one and one in that one. This is the one I can use all year round. These 2 I can use in the summertime, or this one as a blush topper all year round. This one is too golden for me, so this is more of a eyeshadow or an inner corner highlight or something fun like that, but this palette is absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, the ABH formula is really good if you prefer a more intense highlight. I am wearing a ABH highlighter today, and it's not too intense, but it all depends on the brush you're using. Next up, we have number 8, and there we have the Revolution Iconic Lights Encounter Pro palette. Again, I can use most of the shades in here, but like this yellow powder and this darkest shade right here are not working for me at all. The rest I can use, so that is the reason for this being on number 8. The formula is good. I have pan 1 bronzer and the light pink powder. I really do love both of those. The pink powder is really nice actually, and the highlighters are subtle and just good for an everyday work use. So yeah, if you have not tried out the Revolution palettes, you should. They are good, they are pigmented, so yeah. Number 7, we are going back to Revolution, and it's the Hot Spice blush palette. This is, again, sorry about the flies. Again, I have used up 2 shades, and there are 2 highlighters in here, but I do count them as blushes because I would mix them in with the blush. So yeah, you get a good variety of shades. I'm sorry. I was out with my boyfriend's family last night, so if my look isn't looking the best, or if my voice is cracking and being really weird as it is now, I'm sorry. I cannot help it. I'm just tired, and my voice is just doing its thing. But yeah, these are really pigmented and really nice, and you can mix and match and just have a lot of fun. Number 6, sadly, goes to my Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Glow palette. Again, I absolutely love this palette, but I need to go in so light-handed, especially with the 2 powders. This is just so dark. It's insane. I really do love this one right here as a cream bronzer in the winter time. It's super nice, it's light, it does show up. This palette is just blinding, and I have flies everywhere. But yeah, I absolutely love this palette. It's really good quality. Thing is, the Beauty Act palette right here, or the other one, are much heavier than this one. This is just straight up cheap plastic, while this one is actually quite heavy. So I wished that the Natasha Denona palettes were this heavy, and not feel so cheap. So yeah. Number 5. This actually came as a shock to me. I wouldn't think I would put this palette as number 5. And it's the ABH Sugar Glow Kit. This is the palette I am using daily. You get a little bit of a spoiler right here, so if you want to wait until my update on my Pandos face palettes, then look away. I have massive pan in this one right here. That's the highlighter I am wearing today. I love it. I have been using it all year, and yeah. I can use 5 out of these 6 highlighters. Now, I can only use this one in the summertime, and the other 4 I can use all year round. And that's actually really why I'm putting this so high. I absolutely love the formula. The formula is super nice, even after it has been repressed, like this one right here. And yeah, the shades in here are just so nice, and I just love it. I have nothing else to say. It's just a really, really good palette, and if they still sell it when I have finished up the 5 shadows or the 5 shades I can use, I would actually repurchase this one. I do have some dupes for this and this one, which are the Maybelline, what are they called? Chrome Extremes? Face Studio Chrome Extreme, yes. So if they don't sell this palette when I have finished it up, I do have those in my collection. So number 4 goes to the Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. This is quite similar to the Iconic Lights and Contour Pro palette. There's just a few different things in here. Like we have this highlighter, and we have this shimmery bronze topper right here. But I can use all of the powder bronzer. I can use the light pink shade right here. I can use both highlighters, and I can definitely use this one. So the only powder in here I am not gonna be using is this yellow one. I cannot use yellow powders. I'm so pink in my undertone that it just looks wrong and sickly on me if I use the yellow powders. So yeah, the formula is super nice. It's so smooth, easy to blend, and the colors are awesome. Number 3, we have the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in number 1, Universal. This is the palette I was comparing with the Revolution Highlighter palette. It's the same color story, or almost. This one is a bit more purpley pink than the one in the Revolution one, and these are so much better than the Revolution one is. As you can see, I have some dips going, and yeah, it's just a more smooth formula, easier to blend. You get a nice highlight. You can use it as a blush topper. You can use it as a bronzer topper. It's just a really nice palette all around, in my opinion. I would rather pay the Dior price for a nice palette with a really good formula instead of the Revolution palette, which has not a good formula. Number 2 is going to the Natasha Denona Bloom Face Glow palette. Jesus, these names. You get a cream highlighter, a cream blush, a powder highlighter, and a blush topper. If you're on the deeper skin tone, then this might be a nice highlighter as well. These are super nice. You don't need much from these at all. The only one you need to build up is the cream highlighter, in my opinion. It could be more pigmented than it is, but it is super nice. And the blush, this is too much. Like, you don't need more than that. This is just a really, really pigmented blush, so you need to go light-handed with that one. But other than that, you can actually really build this palette up quite nicely on your cheeks. And it's an all year round palette for me, which is always nice in case of traveling in the winter time and stuff like that. Now, my number 1 face palette was not a shock to me. I knew that this one would be my number 1, and that is the Balm Girls Getaway Trio. I absolutely love this palette. You have Balm Springs, Balm Beach, and Balm Desert in minis. This is just stunning. These two are blushes, and this one is a combination of blush and bronzer on me. I can use it as both, depending on what I feel like. It's just a nice go-to palette to either travel with or to just use for every day. And yeah, it has those rosy tones that I absolutely adore and love in my blushes and bronzers. So there we have it. That's all of my 16 face palettes. Do I need some more face palettes? No. But I am wanting to buy this Dior palette just with all of the rosy tones. So I might do that at some point. And yeah, I might pick up some others, but we shall see. I really hope you enjoyed. What is your top 3 face palettes in your collection? Have you tried any of the ones I have? And where would you place them? I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye!